Hey guys, welcome to my channel Big Glenn. My name's Glenn and I like to share with you what I learn in the world of cryptocurrencies as I go through it. As you guys may know if you've watched my videos lately, I took part in the Crypto.com syndicate event, which was allowing participants to get 50% off ADA tokens or Cardano, and now it's a couple of days later and I've actually got my allocation of ADA. But how much did I end up with, and was it even worth it? Let's get into the video and find out. So as always, before we get into the main video, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's been smashing that like button for me. I really do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. Also, if you're new to this channel, please click that subscribe button to see more content from myself, and also click that little bell notification. It notifies you next time that I upload a video or go live, like we did the other night. Did a 3-hour live stream and it was good fun, and we had a bit of banter talking about different cryptocurrencies. So that's enough of me shilling my YouTube channel. Let's get over to what happened in the last 48 hours, just so we have a reference of working out your calculations going forward of if you was to take part in a syndicate event. So Bitcoin actually last night dropped about 5 to 6% in total price. It went from about 9,850 down to about 9,250, I believe, depending on any given exchange. We then also had all the altcoins following suit, but they went down even further, as they always do. So they went down anywhere from sort of 4.5% all the way up to about 11-12% last night. So some of your altcoins out there may have really struggled. Obviously, taking part in the syndicate event, the two coins that we want to take note of is Crypto.com, the CRO token, which was actually at about 11.5 cents before this big drop off, but as you can see today it's now at 10 cents, just slightly above. And then Cardano, which obviously is the token that we're looking to purchase, and that dropped from about 8.5-9 cents down to about 7. That is what happened in the world of cryptocurrency in the last 48 hours. Really big moves. My point for bringing this up is you have to keep an eye on this, because when you actually take part in a Crypto.com syndicate event, the exchange rate of the CRO versus the coin you're looking to buy, whatever it may be, is determined at the point of the subscription. So that is when the price is locked in, and that is the exchange rate that you're going to get. Now, if there's massive price fluctuations in that sort of 24-48 hour window, you are then going to be losing the odd few percent. Most altcoins tend to all follow suit, but you never know. You might be buying, I don't know, EOS, and they've had a big story come out and there's been a hack or something, and it may drop 25%. Well, if you're only getting sort of 30, 40, maybe 50% discount anyway, well, you've already lost 25% because that coin has dropped that amount against CRO tokens. So that is something to bear in mind, and they do actually give you the option. If I just go over to my Crypto.com page, this is my balances with Crypto.com. I've shown you guys this a couple of times now, but you can see all the figures look different. My CRO that I have available currently is 7,200, but I actually submitted 7,305, which actually goes in your in order section. So you can't access it, you can't soft stake it, you can't stake it. It's just there sitting there waiting for 48 hours. You then get a notification and an email saying that your final allocation has been worked out. Please log into the website. And this is a warning that I want to give you. If you do not log into the website within the allocated time, it does say in the terms and conditions that you may forfeit your CRO that you were willing to put forward for it. So that's something to really bear in mind. If you're putting through like a couple of £1,000 worth of CRO tokens and you go on holiday that day, or you're really busy, or your phone's dead, or you can't access the website at all for 48 hours, you could potentially lose your CRO tokens. Now, I'm sure if you messaged customer services and said, look, I was really busy and I couldn't do it, maybe they'll refund you back the CRO. But in the terms and conditions, that's what it states. So that's what you have to go into it assuming is going to happen. So if we go over to past sales, we can see here the ADA sale that I took part in. We click the drop down menu. And we've got here, total supply of ADA was just over 500,000 of ADA coins. This was the price at the time of the exchange. So 1 ADA equaled 0.3855 of a CRO. Then there was the total amount of CRO that would be needed. And then they divide that by all the people that took part. So it's all sort of fair and even. It is fair for everyone that takes part. There's no one here that's like, oh, because I'm not a big enough player, I can't get involved. Everyone can take part. But what that means is that if the sale is oversubscribed, which this one was hugely, it was oversubscribed by 57x. So 57 times the amount of people that they actually allocated for or predicted would take part actually jumped in. So you can see how popular, one, the syndicate is becoming, and secondly, how popular the Cardano token is at the moment. It has gone on a bit of a run. So what this meant for me was that I actually put forward about £700 worth of CRO token, which was 7,305 tokens. But my final allocation of ADA was only 330, which based on today's prices, if we have a look, I'm just going to bring up my calculator. We just saw the price then was 0.079, was it? Times 330 to make it nice and easy. That's $26 worth. So I received $26 worth of ADA, but it only cost me, say, $13 worth of CRO. So I did get 50% extra. I did get it, but it was a very small amount. So that's something to bear in mind. And obviously the price of the coins have gone down. So for me personally, looking at this overall experience, I'm someone who learns by doing. I like to do things. A bit like the Joker in The Dark Knight, I just do things. A lot of you messaged me and said, Glenn, why didn't you just read this? Why didn't you read the terms and conditions? Why didn't you read, I was elected to lead, not to read, as the Simpsons would say. And I'm glad that I took part in this, because now I understand how it works, what happens, the time frames, how much it costs. And also I learned not to deposit loads of money to the MCO card so you can buy cryptos with it, because that was one of my big faults. So a couple of mistakes that I made on this journey, and I'm going to bring up the app in a second. When you deposit money to this card, this MCO card, this is for spending or exchanging to euros. That is it. That is what you can do with the money that you deposit to this card. Spend it or exchange it to euros. That is it. You can also withdraw money from a cash machine. Depending on the cash machine, you may get charged at the cash machine, as people in the UK probably already know. But if you withdraw so much, then you get charged through the app a cash withdrawal fee. So I actually deposited 1,200 British pounds to this card. Then I realised I couldn't buy CRO tokens with it, or any crypto for that matter. I even tried to use this card on Coinbase, couldn't do that. So I then tried to go to a cash machine to withdraw cash, and I did manage to withdraw like 800 quid cash. It didn't seem like there was any limit. It just kept letting me withdraw it. And I thought I'd leave a couple of £100 on there to do my food shop. At the moment, you do get 10% cashback rewards on places where I shop, like Tesco, Sainsbury's, McDonald's, Just Eat, Aldi's, I think. You can get those 10% cashback rewards. So I still want to obviously take advantage of that. This is the last month of that. So if you want to get involved in that, the link to the card is in the description down below. If you use my link, you will receive $50 worth of MCO topped up onto your card straight away, as soon as you sign up and register for the card. To get this card though, pre-warning, you have to buy and stake 50 MCO, which as of the other day was about $250 worth, but obviously the prices of Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies have just dropped today massively. So I would actually recommend, if you are thinking of getting one of these cards, to do it today, because the price of the coins are lower than they have been for the last few weeks, months. So that's my suggestion. Then you'll get $50 of MCO added straight away, which you can convert to CRO or do whatever you want with, which then you can put in the staking platform, which I have done. If I just show you my staking, I've staked 10,658 CRO, which is the coin that is used for their exchange, which I appreciate if you're in America, the exchange isn't available to you yet, but for all of us Europeans, it is available to us, and you can earn 20%. And if I click my earning history, you can see here 20%, and that's per day. So I'm getting payouts every single day. I have been earning just under 6 CRO tokens per day, which in dollar terms, as we've just seen there, they're worth about 10 cents each. So I'm earning 58 cents per day by staking 10,000 coins, which is about $1,000 worth, which means that every other day I'm earning $1 worth of more cryptocurrency. That's insane. $1 every 2 days. Now imagine, obviously, you're a bit of a bigger player, you might be able to stake, I don't know, 50,000, 100,000. You can see here that you'd rack up money pretty quick. So that's getting added to my account every single day into my balances. And because I now have this 7,200 refunded back to me because the event was oversubscribed, they refunded me back the CRO that they didn't use. I am now earning soft staking reward. So I'm not committing to, I can withdraw that CRO whenever I want. I can exchange it for Bitcoin, I can exchange it for cash, but whilst it's just sitting there, I'm earning 3%. If I show you my earning histories, you've got CRO staking at the top here, but if I click over to soft staking, you'll see that I'm actually earning another half a token of CRO every day because I'm getting 3% on that 7,000. So I'm earning sort of 23% APR and getting paid that every single day. So that's awesome. So that's really it. I'm glad I took part in the syndicate event. The other thing that I learned actually was the mistakes that I made, and the mistakes that I made I will point out because that's the kind of guy I am. I know a lot of YouTubers only talk as if they are gurus in everything world of crypto, but I am not. I'm going to show you what I've learned through this whole experience. So if I go over to the crypto.com app, you can see here, this is the home page. These are my accounts here. You can see this is my 50 MCO that I staked to get the metal card. And if I click on exchange, you can see that this is my balances that are available in that exchange that I just showed you. And then you also have Fiat Wallet, and this is where I made the mistake. So this Fiat Wallet, you can deposit British pounds to it, and with that Fiat Wallet you can buy cryptocurrencies. But where I went wrong is, if along the bottom, if you can see there, if I go over to the card section, that balance, you cannot buy cryptocurrencies with that. So that's what I've learned in this experience. Now, if I want to buy CRO in the future, the way that I went about it, I went over to Coinbase, I bought some Ethereum, I transferred Ethereum over to the exchange of crypto.com, I then converted that into CRO, and then I obviously staked the CRO for the syndicate event. In the future, what I will do, and many of you commented, so thank you for that, if you click this bottom button where it says track, I don't know if you guys can see that clearly. You've got a list of all the coins here. Now, some of these coins you can buy through the app, some of them you can't, but it tracks the sort of top 100 cryptocurrencies. There's a lot of them in here, a lot, that you can just buy straight off the bat with a debit card, credit card, other cryptos, or your Fiat wallet. So if I go over to CRO, the crypto.com coin, you can see that it tells me what's happening with the price and the market cap and everything like that. Some really good data. But at the bottom, you can see a big blue button that says buy CRO. That would have been the cheapest and quickest way I did it. So if I click that, I'm actually going to, up the top here, you can see there's 3 different ways of doing it. I'm not going to click on the credit card one because otherwise you'll see my credit card details. But I can just, with the credit card, it saves whatever credit card you used last. You can just click confirm and buy, and then it thinks about it for a second, and then it will come up with a big green screen saying you have now bought CRO. Which is awesome. And at the moment, there's no fees for using credit or debit cards for this month. So it doesn't cost you anything to do that. That would have been the cheapest way of me getting it. But we live and learn. We live and learn. You can also use your crypto side. So on this, I've got some 50 MCO, but I've staked those, so I can't actually touch those. And then you've got the Fiat wallet. And if I deposited the 1,200 to this Fiat wallet rather than the card, so this is separate from the Fiat wallet on the app, I have to remember that, then I could have just bought CRO that way as well. But Obviously, it would have been better just buying them direct. And while I was on here, actually, and once I figured that out, I realised that actually you can just purchase loads of other coins. Any coins that are available, so you can see Monero's not on there, hasn't got the buy button. But if I click on, I don't know, if I wanted to get some Tether, you can see there, buy Tether. If I want to buy some Bitcoin, I can buy Bitcoin. So there's loads and loads of coins. Any coins that are on their exchange, you can just buy through the app using a debit or credit card, and it goes straight into your wallet account straight away. So that's awesome. I'm really impressed with that. So another feature of crypto.com that I've learned through this whole experience, because of the way that I actually went about the whole process, I'll be lucky if I break even. If not, I've probably lost a bit of money. Time you work out the cash withdrawal fees, because I sent it to the wrong account, and the Coinbase fees, that probably come to about 20 quid alone. So I've probably broke even, if not lost money on the whole experience. But the next syndicate event is the Bitcoin one to celebrate their 4-year anniversary. And this one they're doing slightly different. They're only allowing 25,000 people to take part in it, and it's first come, first serve. So I'm going to wake up nice and early. I'm going to buy as much Bitcoin as they will allow me to on that day, and I'll be streaming that event as well, because that one's a special one. Then it reverts back to the usual every other week. So every 2 weeks they do a syndicate event. So you can see here, these are all the previous ones. The next one is this coin called Engine. They've got an allocation of 250,000 US dollars, and they're only doing 25% off. So I don't think this one's going to be as popular. I haven't heard many people talking about Engine on YouTube or reading articles. I haven't heard it being mentioned. If the price starts pumping in the next week or two, then I'm sure it will be popular. But they've only got a $250,000 allocation, so that's half of what the Cardano event was. So if you do get involved, don't expect huge things. So that's my advice there. So if you like that content, smash that like button for me. If you're new to this channel, click the subscribe button, tick the bell notification so you know when I next go live or do a video. That's it from me, guys. I hope you've liked that. I'll see you on the next video from Bitcoin. Bye.